that's
severe,
way
no?
below the 50%
50%
standard that the
standard.
WHO has set, right?
That's correct.
So what does that make of the fact that AstraZeneca vaccines will be arriving tomorrow, almost 500,000 of them, and that we're now finding South African variant here? Are we gonna say now that we will probably not use it in NCR, or it's too early to tell?
I think it is too premature to conclude that. Any percentage of protection is better than 0%. And so, when people ask me, if you should receive a vaccination, whichever vaccine is offered to you, because we do not know at this time what will happen in a few weeks with regards to a B1351. AstraZeneca is also producing a new version of its vaccine. So in the future, if 351 begins to spread, then what we will have to do is we will have to give booster shots to the ones who receive it in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not that we should not discard those vaccines now. We should distribute them, especially to our healthcare workers, frontliners. And if we find in a few months that the 351 is spreading, then the government must look for a booster shot from Astrazeneca. And Astrazeneca has announced it is making these booster shots. And we will have to get additional doses for them to be revaccinated later this year.
I think, Father, that's a very important qualifier kasi most people would just read what you were quoted as saying earlier na ineffective siya and conclude that it shouldn't be used on people. But once you qualify it,
Yes.
it does sound like you're saying that we should take it because any percentage of effectivity is better than none.
Yes, I mean, yes, I think that's just reasonable. What we do not know the future, so we want to be protected however much we are protected. If there's the 351, we will deal with that in a few months when that becomes dominant.
Okay.
Okay, Father.
Okay,
Yeah,
do you think then, would you recommend then that, I mean, I know that this sounds too hard and fast, but is it safe to say, for example, at this point, that you might be better off taking Sinovac?
Well, you cannot choose when you only have one choice. Even here in the US, I was not given a choice for the vaccine I received. So my suggestion is when the vaccine, whichever vaccine is offered to you, it is best to simply receive it at this time, and we will worry about other things later. We raised the concern yesterday during or earlier today at our press briefing, only because it is, if we do not control the 351, it will be a game changer. And our primary point in raising those concerns is to emphasize to the government how important it is to contain 351, especially since there is talk of moving everything to MGCQ. And we understand why this is important to reopen the economy, but we have to be very careful to make sure that 351 does not spread beyond Pasay as it is now.
Okay.